On the floor for the visiting team.
Well, RJ, this is exactly how you want to end the season, right? Both of these teams fighting for playoff position.
It's amazing how after an entire season of games, you're seeded.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
Look out! Look out! Now that's how you finish.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. White finds Ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. It's rebounded by Montreal. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have it. 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And again, no good by Chicago. Pass to the general. 3 seconds left. And so it's Montreal heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense... And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Montreal.
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Patrick Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Dosumu, then it's Ball, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all... trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Montreal. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Warriors, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Buzelis is checked in for Williams. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Phillips, he's checked in for Chicago. Dosumu with it. No scoring in this one. Pass the ball. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Chicago. Dean comes in for Horton Tucker.
Zach LaVine.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dosunmu, shot's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it's good for 2. He's got 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the paint. And Smith with the stop.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Into the lane. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. He gets it in there. Smith's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Montreal leading by 10. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Chicago making some changes. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Jalen. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Montreal ahead. They lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we see. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey folks, are you as excited as we are? Not possible. Lots to catch up on in the first half. But first, let's examine the power rankings as the season winds down.
Taking a look here at Chicago, we've seen a dip in their play. One they can ill afford with a month just left in the regular season.
Yeah, this is when you want to... And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for Montreal.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. And that is our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Montreal leading by 3. On the court right now for Montreal.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Pass to Dosunmu. Now Horton Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Montreal. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for it. Ball to pass to Dosunmu. Now, here's Holmes. Pass the ball. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
This is why Ball takes a good amount of threes, because he's very accurate and confident from there.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now. So we see Montreal get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,